Hi, welcome back. This video is going to go into detail about how to create your own local components out of external library components. If you haven't already watched the video that gives you an orientation to this Figma project file, this template for a new form, that's a great place to start to get a general overview. And then there is another video that will go into more detail about these preset template components and how they're meant to be used. Now we're going to go ahead and step by step create our own local component combining multiple items from the external libraries. And then after that, we'll go into detail about how to navigate to your example of veteran flow and connect these specific steps to your local components. So the first thing we need to do is pull down the items that we want from those libraries. I'm going to go ahead and use a keyboard shortcut Shift-I, though you can also select the menu item from here. I already know I'm going to want to create a desktop and a mobile variant of a component for my step 3 and my form. And for the purposes of demonstration, this pattern will include an alert. So I'll first pull down a label header, which I'll define as my page H3. We'll call this your statement. I'm loosely basing this on an example from form VA 21-4138. I'll go ahead and pull down an alert. I'd like to include some body text. And I'll apply the correct styling. And I would like to include a text area. The text area will be both default and required. And let's say this needs to include characters. Quick trick, if you Shift Command V, you'll copy the styling of the element that you're copying into. So I have all the items that I need for my component. I need to tell Figma that they need to be connected though. So first I need to select everything and then I'll apply an auto layout. And I'll define this as 24 pixels vertical layout. And I'm ready to turn this into a component. I'm not worried about the large stretching just yet. I'll show you how we manage that. So I'll give this a specific name. And I'll use a keyboard shortcut, but you can also find this option inside of the menu. Shift Command K to create a component. At this point, we're matching what has been provided here in our example, but there is no additional variant for mobile. I need to tell this component that we'll be doing that by selecting variant, and to keep things tidy, I like to apply an auto layout. And this will be my non-mobile, and I would like to be able to interact with this component as a toggle to go between mobile and desktop. The way that we set that up, this is one way. You can rename this with the Boolean naming convention, so this will be my mobile no. I'll create a duplicate, Command D, and this will be my mobile yes. Automatically, my cursor is inside of the name. And I need to now apply some specific styling. So this alert here is set to fill, that's correct. This alert here is set to fill, but I need to apply the mobile styling. I know that Figma will try to fill the entire space of my template, and we have constraints at about 648 pixels on desktop, so I'll apply that here. For my mobile, I'll apply a constraint of 300 pixels max, based on my experience with the specific templates we create. Now these items should be set to fill as well. And we're checking a few things. Fill, fill. That's fine. Okay, so now these are ready to be moved into this space. There's some magic that happens by organizing your components in this way. On the Assets panel, you'll see that everything organized under template components is grouped and color-coded based on what's happened here. And the same will be true of anything I place in the form components. And the same will be true of anything we move into archived. Meaning everything I place on this sheet is going to show up as an archive component /XYZ. So we'll move this new component into the section now, and I'll define my form here as form 123. And I'm ready to go to my example veteran flow and apply this particular step to this. So we said this would be step 3. I'm going to navigate to my step 3 example. I'll select the template here at the highest level, and here I will take advantage of the content swap. Look for my local components. We just defined form 123 components, and it includes step 3 and the original example. I want step 3. Now I'll do the same thing for mobile, except I'll select the mobile variant. We'll change from the external library to our local library, find form 123 components, step 3, apply mobile. That's how you connect your own specific components. If I wanted to connect with a component, let's say for instance, on my first step, I know I'll be collecting veteran's name and date of birth. This is a very well-established pattern. It already exists as a selection inside of the VADS templates, patterns, and forms list of patterns. So the name and date of birth is easily accessible to me here. And I can do the same for name and date of birth here. If you have any questions about how to maintain these local components and how to interact with the collab cycle, the veteran-facing forms team is available to answer questions. Thank you so much, and we hope this is helpful.